Good morning, dear students. And I am Vandana Pai. In today's lecture of subject Global Finance Paper 1, we will be discussing the content motivation for international business. Okay, means what are the different motives through which you can switch over towards international business. Okay, let's see what are the different motives, or what is the motivation through which you can switch over towards international business or as a businessman. Okay, what are the things, what are the factors which induce a particular businessman to be or to carry international business. Okay, let's see. Prior to actually starting with the motivation for international business, let's revise meaning of international business and features of international business. Now, in the good old days, people used to produce the goods and services on their own, means whatsoever they would require, they would produce it on their own. But as the days and years passed, the people became fond of luxurious goods. Then, as the demand for such goods and many other goods increased, the need of production and exchange of goods was felt. With this, trade and commerce started evolving the small and big business of different products needed by people. Our country began its journey in trade and commerce as back as 5000 BC. Now, what is business? Yes, this question often comes to our mind. So, let's see what is business. Yes, business is an organization or economic system where goods and services, they are produced for earning profit or for seeking profit. Business generally refers to organizations that seek profits by providing goods or services in exchange for payment. The pursuit of profit in and of itself makes an organization a business. A business is an entity that seeks to profit from an activity. Business is a broad term, but this profit-seeking activity generally includes providing some kind of good or service that people want or need. Business may experience a loss, but that doesn't stop them from being a business. All that's important from the point of view of defining a business is that entity seeks to profit from what it does. An entity does not need to have a store actually. To be a business, a person selling fruits and flowers by a roadside is also doing business, as they are offering a product in exchange for a profit. A person who offers their creative skills on a freelance basis could be a business within themselves, otherwise known as a self-employed worker. However, for the sake of generalizing the categories of business, there are three types of business. First type is service, second type is manufacturing, and the third type is retail. Okay. Now we are aware about the structure of business, that is sole proprietorship, limited liability companies, or the corporations or the partnership firms, etc. So whenever we consider business, business can be grouped into two parts. First part is domestic business, second part is international business. Now domestic business, what is domestic business? Domestic business means that whenever you operate or whenever you conduct your business within the country's boundary, such type of business is treated as domestic business. And the other part, international business. What is international business? Yes, just opposite. Whenever you carry your business across the boundaries of the country, it will be treated as international business. So as we all know, in the era of globalization, the world has become a global village, or it is treated to be as global village. Business has expanded and is no longer restricted to the physical boundaries of a country. Even countries which were self-reliant are now depending upon others for procurement of goods and services. They are also ready to supply the goods and services to developing countries. There is a change from self-reliance to dependence. This is because of the development of new modes of telecommunication and infrastructure facilities like faster and efficient means of transportation. They have brought countries closer to each other. Besides development in technology, infrastructure and communication efforts of the World Trade Organization and the reforms carried out by the governments of different countries have also been a reason for increasing commercial interaction among the countries. India has been trading with other countries for a long time, but now it has caught up in the process of globalization in a big way and is integrating its economy with the world economy. So, whenever we consider international business refers to those business activities that take place beyond the geographical limits of a country. It involves not only the international movements of goods and services, but also of capital, personnel, technology, and intellectual property like patents, trademarks, know-how, and copyrights. Okay, so overall, the business is fast growing, or the economy is fast growing, and in this fast growing economy, if we want to survive in the long run, if we want to survive as a business, yes, we should switch over to international boundaries. We should place our product beyond the geographical limits of the country. So, whenever we consider international business, what it means? It means that, or it includes all those business activities which take place across the country's boundary. Okay, it involves movement of goods and services produced by us internationally. Okay, it might include right from capital to intellectual property also. Okay, your goods and services might be differing. Your goods and services might be different, but you should be having the strong motive. You should be having the strong dedication to transport your goods from our country to other country. Okay, or across the boundary of home country. Okay, such type of activity, it is called as international business. Let's see the meaning of international business. International business refers to the trade of goods, services, technology, capital, and or knowledge across national borders and at a global or transnational scale. It involves cross-border transactions of goods and services between two or more countries. International business refers to those business activities that take place beyond the geographical limits of a country. It involves not only the international movements of goods and services, but also capital, personnel, technology, intellectual property, etc. Okay, means if we see the gist of international business term, what it means? Yes, literally it means business carried out internationally. Okay, so whenever we exchange our goods internationally, it will be included in international business. Okay, or whenever our goods and services they cross the home country's boundary, it will be treated as international business. Okay, so it involves cross-border transactions of goods and services between two or more countries. Now let's see the definition of international business. Okay, the definition given by thinker Michael R. Sinscotta. What is the definition? Let's see. International business consists of transactions that are devised and carried out across national boundaries or borders to satisfy the objectives of the individuals, companies and organizations. These transactions take on various forms which are often interrelated. Another definition is given by thinker Roger Bennett. International business involves commercial activities that cross national frontiers. So, if we take a careful look at the definitions given by both of them, what is the gist of international business, or what is the gist of this definition which quotes international business? Yes, international business thus involves not only the international movement of goods and services, but also personnel, technology, etc. It is a business which takes place outside the boundaries of a country, that is, between two countries. It includes the international movements of goods and services. It refers to the purchase and sales of goods and services beyond the geographical limits of a country. Now, whenever we consider international business, it can be divided into three types, that is export trade, import trade, intra-port trade. Export trade, it is selling of goods and services to foreign countries. Import trade, it is buying goods and services from other countries. Intra-port trade, it is the import of goods and services for re-export to other countries. Okay. When we look after the nature of international business is much broader term than that of international trade. International business includes export and imports of goods, export and import of services or intellectual property rights, licensing and franchising, foreign investment, let's see the characteristics or features of international business. Okay. First characteristics is large scale operations. To cope up with the global competition in international business, all the operations are conducted on a very huge scale and generally using special purpose machinery and high skilled labor. The production and marketing activities, they are conducted on a large scale. After satisfying the domestic market, the international market is tapped. Okay. Now, to face successfully the global competition itself, okay, huge scale and generally using special purpose machinery and high skilled labor itself, the international markets, they are tapped. Okay. After covering or after satisfying the domestic market, the international market is approached. So, whenever we consider international business, it is operated in large scale. Then, immobility of factors. The degree of immobility of factors like labor and capital is generally greater than within a country due to the immigration laws, citizenship, qualification, etc. This restriction slows down the international mobility of labor. Similarly, the international capital flows are prohibited or severely limited by different governments having different fiscal policies. Okay. Now, whenever we consider immobility of factors, many of the time, okay, the mobility of labor and capital, which generally happens between countries, they are restricted. Due to restrictions, such type of immobility of factors, they do happen. Then heterogeneous market. A cross-border business is very different from one that involves a single country. The international market lack homogeneity on account of differences in climate, language, preferences, habit, customs, weights and measures. The behavior of international buyers in each case would therefore be different. International trade takes place between differently cohorted groups. The socio-economic environment differs greatly among different nations. So whenever we consider international market or whenever we dream about international business, at the time, the cultures, the climate, the language, the preferences of the customers, they do change from country to country. So always your international business, it is affected by heterogeneous market, or you don't find homogeneity or oneness into the appearance of different markets. Then integration of economies. Economic integration is an arrangement between different regions that often include the reduction of or elimination of trade barriers and the coordination of monetary and fiscal policies. Economic integration aims to reduce cost for both consumers and producers and to increase trade between the countries involved in the agreement. Okay, what this means, integration of economies means to eliminate trade barriers between the countries. Okay, now if the restrictions or the barriers between the two countries who will be involving into the international business, if the restrictions they are removed, or if the restrictions they are limited or they are in control, surely the international business will be uninterrupted. Or if there are many barriers between the trade, surely it will badly affect the international business. So there should be an agreement or arrangement between the two countries to have international business. Then dominated by developed countries and MNCs. International business is dominated by developed countries and their multinational corporations. Okay, multinational corporations encompass a number of countries. Their sales, profits, and the flow of production is reliant on several countries at once. Such companies from large economies like the USA, UK, etc. dominate international trade. This is because they have large financial and other resources. They also have the best technology and research and development facilities. They have highly skilled employees and managers. These high skilled people are given very high salaries and other benefits. Therefore, they produce good quality of goods and services at lower price. This helps MNCs and developed countries to capture and dominate the global market. Okay, so whenever we think about international business, usually international business is dominated by developed countries. Developed countries, they are well equipped with technology. They have advanced technology with them, and through that itself they produce the goods which are qualitative, distinct, okay, innovative, and make those products available in the market in cheaper rates. Okay, so whenever the customer, okay, his purchase behavior, okay, the purchase behavior of the consumer or the customer, it depends on the price as well as the quality. If your product is ensuring both quality as well as it is available in low price, surely that buyer will purchase the product. Okay, so whenever we consider the international business, it is quite dominated by developed countries. Then, beneficial to participating countries. International business gives benefit to all participating countries. Developing countries get foreign capital and technology from developed countries. Even the participating countries or the developing countries, they do get the technology or the latest technology which is available into the developed countries. Okay, by using those technology, they can have innovations into their home country. They can have innovations in the product, and they can place that product in the market. Okay, so it is quite beneficial to the participating countries or the developing countries. Keen competition. Whenever we consider international business, yes, international business increases competition in domestic markets and introduces new opportunities to foreign markets. The global competition encourages companies to become more innovative and efficient in their use of resources. For consumers, international business introduces them to a variety of goods and services. The competition in the international business or market is between unequal partners, that is developed and developing countries. The developed countries produce superior quality of goods and services at lower prices and may dominate the market, international market. So there is a keen competition between the companies from developed countries and developing countries. Then, special role of science and technology. International business gives a lot of importance to science and technology. Developed countries use high technologies, therefore they dominate the global business. International business helps them to transfer their technology, high technology, to the developing countries. Okay. So whenever we consider science and technology, yes, the usually developed countries, they do invent latest technologies which may make the business transaction easier or make the production activity easier. Okay, such type of technologies, they are transferred to the developing countries. Okay, the developing countries, they can purchase such technologies from developed countries and they can apply it into their production activity and produce something which is qualitative as well as which will be available in low price. Then, international restrictions. What is international restriction? Okay, many of the time your trade may be facing certain restrictions in inflow and outflow of capital, technology, goods. Many of the governments, they do not allow international business to enter their countries. Okay, the main type of restrictions might be some quotas, some licensing requirements, standards and subsidies, okay, or the tax policy. So this international business may be exposed to such type of international restrictions. Okay, these international restrictions may harm or pose a challenge before international business or all those businessmen who want to go internationally. Then the sensitive nature. Okay, international business is prone to changes or it might be affected by the changes in the market. Okay, because as per the modifications or changes in the international market, if you don't update your product, surely your product will be outdated, and outdated products will not be demanded by the international customers. So any change in the economic policy, technology, political environment has a huge impact on international business. Similarly, the culture and beliefs of that country also play a very important role in international business. Therefore, international business must conduct marketing research to find out or study the changes prevailing in the society, and as per the changes do adapt, modify your business and place the product, or else your product will be treated as outdated and it will be obsolete. So with this, let's conclude today's lecture. So there are in total 10 motives through which you can switch over towards international business. Okay, what are these motives? Let's see. First one, increase sales and profitability. Okay, increase sales and profitability. What is this? Okay, see, at a local level or in the home country, usually, okay, you will be getting limited sales and limited profitability. Okay, but whenever we think about international market, okay, whenever we think about international market, surely it will be helpful for you to increase the sales. Okay, to increase the sales, because in home market or in local market, usually, okay, there might be different competitors, there might be n number of competitors. Okay, due to this, okay, your sales will not be that effective, your sales will be not that to mark. Okay, it will be not the expected sales. Okay, the expected sales or the sales for which you have planned for. Okay, that planning will not be achieved in the local market. But whenever we switch over towards international market, okay, what will happen? Yes, surely whatsoever you have manufactured, whatsoever you have produced into your organization, into your business, surely it will be sold in the international market. Okay, now next thing, okay, if there is appropriate sales, surely, yes, you will earn good amount of profit. Okay, the profit which you have planned for. So, okay, the first motive itself is, okay, if you want to increase the sales of your business, okay, and if you want to earn maximum profit amount, okay, then what you can do is you can go international. Okay, this is the first motive which usually motivates the businessman to select the option of international business. Okay, because previously they might be their organization sales might not be adequate, or the profit which they were earning through their business, it was not adequate. So due to this itself, okay, what they might have done, okay, they might have switch over towards international business, or what they can do is they can switch over towards international business. Okay, the second motive of the international business is enter new markets. Okay, enter new markets. What is enter new markets? Okay, see, yes, you might be successful at local market. Okay, then you might have switched over or expanded your business towards the state market. Okay, then you might have switch over towards national markets, or you might have increased your sales or expanded the scope of your business towards another states. Okay, now, okay, through your efforts, what you can do, okay, you can enter into new markets, or you can enter into boundaries of new countries, okay, or foreign countries. Okay, due to this, what will happen? Yes, due to this, what will happen? Yes, okay, the new market will give you new opportunity, and that new opportunity will surely prove to be strength of your organization. Is it? Okay, so entering into new market itself can be a motive towards international business. Third one is create job. Okay, see, whenever we establish any business, we do create employment opportunities, right? Okay, even though you establish a small business, still you give employment opportunities to at least 10 to 15 people. Okay, now if you switch over to international market, see what will be the scope of your business? It will be international. Okay, now whenever we think about international business or international market, okay, and whenever you try to be successful in international business, you need to hire few people, right? You need to hire few people. Okay, in this way you create employment opportunities as well as you create jobs to many more. Surely it will be beneficial for the country itself, because you shoulder a responsibility related to, yes, controlling one of the problem which is prevailing into the country, that is unemployment. So if you want to create jobs, okay, or creating the jobs itself can be one of the motive for international business. Then offset slow growth in your home market. Okay, see, whenever we had started the discussion itself, okay, in the first point itself, okay, we have readily discussed that. Okay, see, whenever we consider the local market, okay, whenever we consider the local market, we might be having, okay, tough competition in the local market, because each producer has the same product, is it? And each producer or each manufacturer, they will strive harder to sell their products, is it? Okay, so, okay, what about your sales? Okay, what about the products of your business? Yes, okay, the expected profit, okay, or the normal profit, even you have to strive harder for getting the normal profit also. Okay, so there might not be okay, the expected growth, okay, the expected growth of your business, it might not be achieved at the local markets. So, okay, if we go international, then what will happen? Yes, what will happen? Surely it will be helpful for you as well as your business to progress. Okay, so somewhere it will be helpful to ensure the economic growth also, is it? Then avoid competitors. What is this? Okay, now whenever we think about our product, okay, there might be so many competitors who are prevailing into your same product line, is it? If you are manufacturing a soap, okay, whenever we consider soap industry, there are many more competitors into this product line, right? Okay, now, okay, if we take any another product, surely there will be perfect competition into that product line, right? Okay, now if we want to prove a competitive edge, if we want to enjoy a competitive advantage over other competitors, okay, if we switch over to international market, yes, if we switch over towards the international business, what will happen? Yes, no one from your competitors or few competitors, they might have selected this option, okay, or if no of your competitor they have selected, no one from your competitor they have selected this international business option, then what will happen? Yes, it will surely give you a competitive edge, right? Okay, so to avoid competition, to overcome competition itself can be one of the motive towards switching over towards the international business. Okay, then enlarge the customer base. Yes, customer is the king of market. Is it? Okay, nowadays customer is treated as king of the market. Okay, why? Because in modern times, whenever we consider the business, at the time, customer satisfaction itself is the basic or main objective of the business, right? Okay, now previously, okay, whenever you were in the local market, whenever you were marketing your product in the local market, is it, you were supposed to strive harder, okay, to satisfy the customer, is it? But whenever you go international, okay, you create your brand image, okay, and through that brand image, okay, how the brand image is created? Yes, okay, because whenever we will be focusing on the international business, yes, you will ensure quality into your product, right? Because unless until you have superior quality of product or perfect product, you can't switch over towards the international market, is it? Okay, inferior quality product will never be entertained by the international business or international market, is it? So you will create your brand, okay, surely it will help you to gather or enlarge number of customers, okay. Then create economies of scale in production, okay, create economies of scale in production, okay. Economies of scale means what? Okay, enjoy the availability of resources, yes, okay. If you want to continue the manufacturing activity, is it, or if you want to commence the manufacturing or the production activity, yes, you are in need of resources, is it? Okay, now if you are one from the public, or you are one from the general public, surely whenever the supplier is providing you with the raw materials or resources, they will think and rethink, okay. But if you have marked your presence, or if you are different from the public, if you are different from the mob, is it? Yes, as you have switched over towards international business, you are different than others, right? Okay, so surely the suppliers of raw materials and other stakeholders, they will be interested to provide you with resources, okay, maybe the physical resources or maybe the financial resources, is it? So it will be helpful for you to create economies of scale in production, okay. Whatsoever you need to, okay, complete the production activity, that will be readily made available to you, because you are going international, and international business will surely lead you towards profitability, and all the people, all the stakeholders, okay, right from the suppliers to the customers, is it, they will get their expected interest, right? Then explore the untapped markets with the power of the internet, okay. What is explore untapped markets with the power of the internet? Okay, now many of the parts of the world, is it, they might be ignored by some of the competitors, is it? Now in the international market also, okay, there might be some of the competitors, okay. Now these competitors, they might have focused on some of the markets of the developed countries only, okay, to earn maximum profit. They might have focused on the markets of the developed countries only. Now what about underdeveloped countries or developing countries? Yes, you can focus on those areas or those countries or those places which might be ignored by your competitors, okay. Focusing on these markets, surely it will lead your organization, your business towards maximum profit. Okay, so exploring the untapped markets, is it, can also be a motive towards the international business. Then make use of excess capacity of season. Okay, excess capacity of season, what is it? Okay, now if your product is seasonal in nature, is it, if your product is seasonal in nature, for specified season, for the specified season itself, you will be doing production activity, or you will be conducting production activity into your business. Okay, what about the rest months of the year? Yes, the machineries, is it, the machineries of your organization as well as the resources of your organization, they will be, yes, they will be not employed, is it, they will not be used. Okay, or they will not be functioning. Okay, so considering this phase, you can invent something. Okay, you can invent something in which you will be utilizing your resources, you will employ your resources whole year. Okay, you will employ your resources whole year. Okay, so it will be helpful for you to tap the excessive capacity of your organization and optimally utilize the resources of your organization. Is it? Then travel to new countries. Okay, see, this can also be a motive for the international business. How? Okay, to explore the new markets. Okay, to sell your products in the new market, whether it is feasible to sell your product in that new market. Okay, for studying this, for surveying it itself, you will travel to new country. Is it right? Okay, because unless until you physically go there and survey, study whether it is feasible to market our product or not, okay, whether it is feasible to distribute our goods here or not, okay, whether we will be getting the expected sales, okay, expected response from the customers or not. Okay, for studying all these things, yes, you will visit that place. Okay, so it can also be a motive for international business. So the 10 points which we have highlighted, these are the 10 motives why a particular businessman can go or switch over towards international business or international market. So with this, we conclude today's lecture. Thank you.